from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. My name is Viktor Fursov, and this is my channel, Viktor Fursov, entomologist, beekeeper teacher. And now with us on this screen, very interesting beetles. Two beetles of females, Zophobas atratus, darkling beetles. Actually, we are now in Ukraine, but these beetles are tropical, subtropical, and we can live here in the culture. If you are interested in the cultivating of different insects, stay with us. You see these insects, the beetles, they're eating something inside the culture. And I put here 3 individuals, one just hidden inside, somewhere in the background. So these darkling beetles belonging to the family Tenebrionidae. If you are interested in cultivating insects, stay with us. I will show you these beetles and these larvae. By the way, this species was introduced quite recently to Ukraine, maybe 3 years ago, 5 years ago, but at least this year we will publish a paper about life cycle of this in laboratory culture, and also with description of life stages and study of different larval stages as well. So let's go to see not only the adult but also the larva. Larva is big larva, usually this is cultivating culture. And here the larva of this beetle. Yes, this is Zophobas atratus, very interesting subtropical species which is widely used in the whole world in the cosmopolitan distribution, and originally from Latin America, from Peru probably, where it was described originally. This species, there are some species very close to this one. It needs more careful identification in the future for taxonomists, but according to the present situation, this is Zophobas atratus, synonym Zophobas Morio, belonging to the family darkling beetles Tenebrionidae. And you can see the larva is pretty large, very big. The last larval stage is approximately 55 millimeters. We counted larval stages, so in our culture we got 11 larval stages. Okay, you've seen just adults, black beetles. And these beetles, after mating, they lay eggs. So what about life cycles? So after hatching from eggs, larvae developing, and we have 11 larval stages. We describe it in the paper, so this paper will be published this year with the description and also with pictures and photographs of all larval stages and pupal stages. Okay, after the last 11th larval stage, these giant larvae, okay, by the way, the name Zophobas atratus, a common name, is a giant mealworm, because the larvae and the beetles, they eat different food, but mostly they eat a different grain. And they can eat also just dry bread and everything done from the flour, and it needs a special background like a cut wood. And by the way, all these larval stages were very aggressive, you can see here. And larvae, they have a strange, but very common behavior for insects. It's a cannibalism. So the bigger or more active larvae, they will damage and eat other weaker larvae. So, and they will consume them. And so they use the organic nutritions for their growth, and it's very important. That's why in the culture to give something organic food for cultivating of these insects. Actually, in the culture, these insects were used for cultivating and for giving it as a food for different pets, small size pets, because they're very fat with good nutrition and very useful for feeding different small animals, small mammals, lizards as well. But if you have a culture and you have too much of them in one jar, so sometimes, always, they will have a cannibalistic behavior, so will damage other, and so I will show you what's happening. So after overpopulating, bigger larvae will eat smaller one, so we destroy them. We will cut their apical segments. So on the left side you can see half white larva. This is a larva which is just one hatching, changing the larval stage from one to another, so that's why this larva is whitish or yellowish. But in the central part, all these larvae damaged and half or partially eaten by other larvae. They're still alive, didn't die, but will die very soon. Some of them damaged just half by half, some of them just damaged only distant segments, so like this one. So some segments destroyed, and of course larva will die very soon. But nevertheless, they're still alive because nervous system is still working. So they move, and you can see, so they are moving, more or less trying to do something. But this first one also damaged, and the second one is more active. This is just changing the skin. So you see white larva and the brown skin hatching from the skin, changing the larval stage for bigger one. As I said, the biggest one, 11th stage, will have the size approximately 55 millimeters, the biggest one. After 11th stage, larva becoming cool, just calm, and this is prepupal stage. So larva becoming like a C-shaped form, but for this quiet stage, you need to separate them, all of them, because otherwise we will eat each other. We will destroy each other and will not pupate at all. But if you separate them one by one, this crazy larvae, they will be happy to pass the last stage of development, pre-pupa. So just very quiet stage of pupa is letter C, quiet stage, and after that larva is becoming pupa, and after pupa hatching the adult, usually just hatched beetle is white, becoming then reddish, brown color, and gradually becoming black. So I already showed you these black beetles. They do like to be hidden in the background, so now they just disappeared in the culture, just not visible. So that's very briefly about these stages of development of this interesting culture. Actually, we consider that they are subtropical, but we don't have experience if they do survive in climate of Ukraine, Russia or Europe. No knowledge, no data about it. So if we can survive, there can be potential pests of different animals, because they do like to eat organic culture, organic animals. So that's why they are potentially they are pests. So, but it needs additional investigation how they do over winter in conditions of Ukraine, Russia and European countries. So it needs additional investigation. Probably they will not overwinter during the time with frost, but in places without frost, like in Italy and France and Spain, they will easily survive in the nature for sure. It's absolutely possible. So that's why these species will be widely distributed in this area easily if it can be distributed outside of space somewhere to the south, and they will easily survive in a village or in a forest. So thank you for watching. Press like if it was interesting for you. Don't forget subscribe, and looking forward to see you as my subscriber. And press on a bell so whenever you will receive notification about new videos. Thank you for watching. This was Viktor Fursov, entomologist, beekeeper teacher, and Zophobas atratus, giant mealworm, really giant and really big one. Bye bye, thank you for watching.